So today, what we will discuss is, I will write the today's agenda. So mostly today and tomorrow, we'll complete the Tableau because almost all the concepts has been completed. So I will tell you here. So what are the pending things? So we'll do it very detailedly. The pending things. So let's say, for example, let's say. So first, today we will focus. Today mostly we will focus on column formattings. Okay, column formattings. It's a very small concept but very important for interview purpose also. First one is the column formatting that we need to learn. And after the column formatting, we need to have a look into hierarchical concepts, very important. I just forgot it to tell you till now. Hierarchical concepts, how to create the hierarchy. I'm drop down in hierarchy, that also we'll have a look. And after the column formatting hierarchies, so what we can do is we will discuss about the, we discussed about the sets concept, how to define the set using the data yesterday. And also yesterday also we discussed about the parameter. So we have given the subcategory column into the filter. So a pop-up has been came in the pop-up. So there is a option like a top option. So in the top option, so either we can give our own data, or else we can select a new parameter, right? So to the range or input content, yesterday I clearly told you how to create the parameter. How to create the parameter also, I clearly tell you. Okay, just drop down. If you just take this subcategory into here, if you click on the edit filter, you can see in the top option, you will see go to the by field, you can see create a new parameter. So yesterday we created the parameter also, if you remember. Okay, so sets concepts, parameter concepts also done from our end. So the point here is we'll discuss column formatting, hierarchical concepts, grouping, very important, grouping data. So grouping data also we will see today very clearly how to group the data. If we group the data, how what are the advantages? In the grouping data also there are different types, guys. Basically, there are normal way of grouping the data. So normal way of grouping, and if we see here, the normal way of grouping is there, and after the normal way of grouping, we can see like window grouping. We can say like window grouping is there, and after the window grouping you can say hierarchical grouping, hierarchical grouping, and after the hierarchical grouping, and you can have a look into EDA grouping. Okay, EDA grouping, exploratory data analysis grouping. So this also we can see, and after that, the most important, I'm giving the star mark, the most important one, which is not available in the Tableau public. Okay, I already told in the Tableau public is a free edition. So in the Tableau public, we are learning everything for free. I mean, we are using all the things for free. But I told 14 days free trial. The original Tableau desktop will be there. Tableau desktop, basic గా టాబ్లెట్ డెస్క్టాప్ అని ఉంటుంది, అది 14 days వరకే ఉంటుంది. I think you know already. Okay, so only 14 days the Tableau will be there. For that purpose, we have downloaded and installed the Tableau public. Now we are using the Tableau public. See, if you focus here, completely we are using the Tableau public. It's a free edition. But when you, the most important concept is, the most important concept, let's say live and extract. Live and extract concept will be present in the Tableau public. Tableau public, sorry, not in the Tableau public, Tableau desktop. Okay, in the Tableau desktop, this option will be there, live and extract. That also I will tell you very clearly. So because I have the Tableau desktop also in this laptop, so I will use the Tableau desktop and I will tell you about live and extract. In the Tableau public, it is not available because of the free services. And also database connections. database connections. So database connections also will be available in the Tableau desktop only. You can ask me, sir, most important concepts like let's say live and extract database connections. These things are present in the Tableau desktop only, no? Tableau desktop, then why we are not using the Tableau desktop? So if we want to use the Tableau desktop, it will be available only for 14 days. After 14 days, okay, after 14 days, it will be gone. You need to buy the services. You need to buy the services. Okay, you need to just buy the service. So instead of that, we can use the 99% of the usage will be available in the Tableau public. That's why we are using the Tableau public. Okay, first we'll discuss from here. Then at the end, I will tell you these things. Okay, so column formatting. Let's discuss about very clearly about the column formatting. Column formatting is nothing but playing with the column. Let's say, for example, you go to the Tableau public and you go to the data source, or else freshly I will open the page. Freshly I will open the new one instead of working on the existing one. Let me open the new one. Just give me, see. Yes. So I open the new one. Now I am going to click on the connector to data. So I can use the txt file and I can add the superstore data. Okay. So whenever I am adding the data, you can see here. Whenever I am adding the data, you can see the column names. Okay. Whenever I am adding the data, you can see the column names. Okay. You can see different column names are there. So if you want to, column formatting means just you're doing some changes in the columns. Okay. Sir, I want to change the column name. So here I want to change the column name means you just double click on the column. If you just double click on the column and if you change like, okay, you can change the column name. See, I'm changing the row ID. I'm changing the row ID to the column ID. Simply I'm changing the column name. So there is a possibility. There is no need of going to the Excel sheet and there is no need of updating the Excel sheet here. Directly we can do the changes here itself. Okay. Directly we can do the changes here itself. Any column, not only this column, let's say, for example, here order ID is there. So if you want to change the order ID column name, sir, I want to change the order ID column name. Yes, you can do it. And double click on it. You can change the column name. For example, click on this one. Click on this one. Once you click on this one, sir, initially the column name is what? What is the column name? Row ID. So row ID is the name. So now you are changing the row ID into number ID. You are changing the name from row ID into number ID. Okay. So now if I want to revert back to the original position, sir, I just want to go back to the original position, like which means the previous one, the previous name, what it is there. So I'm going to click on this downward arrow. I'm just going to click on the downward arrow. You can see here, either directly you can use the rename here also. Instead of double clicking on it, changing the name, use this downward arrow, click on the rename. You can rename it. For example, number ID underscore one. You can rename here also. If you want to revert back to the original position, if you want to revert back to the original position, use the reset name. If you click on the reset name, it will come to the original position. It will come to the original position. So now you can ask me, sir, is there any possibility that can we copy the data from the Tableau local server to the Excel sheet? Is there any possibility to copy the data from here and can we paste in the Excel sheet? Yes, that possibility is there. Click on that particular column. For example, row ID is there. I'm going to click on the row ID. Click on this downward arrow. Click on the copy cells. And you go to the Excel sheet. You go to the search option. You just open the Excel sheet in front of you. And now what you do is use the control V paste. See, along with the column name, along with the column name, all the data, along with the column name, all the data will be pasted here. It will be clearly pasted here. Okay, so that is also, that possibility is also there. And also you can do here itself, like you can rename the column, you can copy and paste the column, you can do lot of things, you can do lot of things. So once come back to the table here. So now I am focusing on this particular column. Shipping mode, any column you can select customer name, you can select the segment, you can select the country, any column you can select. If you want to rename the column, you can rename the column. If you want to copy the data of the column, and if you want to keep it in the Excel sheet, that possibility is also there. Sir, I want to copy the entire data. I want to copy the entire data. That flexibility is also there. Just use Control A. You just, what you do is you just use the Control A. All the data will be selected. You just Control C for the copy and go to Excel sheet and you just paste here Control V. Automatically the data will be pasted. All the data will be pasted in the Excel sheet also. Those possibilities are also there for us. So there is no need to worry about it. And now the biggest point here is sometimes there, I mean, we need to split the data. Sometimes there will be some chances like where we need to split the data and do the work. For example, if I use this one, ship mode. For example, if I use first this particular one, which is a ship mode column. So in the ship mode column, you can see what are the things that we have. For example, we are having second class or standard class. Okay, second class, or else for example, standard class. Okay, standard class. So now what I am doing here is split. This is very important in the Tableau. It is important even the condition formatting. We call them as a condition formatting when coming to the Power BI. There also it is important, and even in the Python also, which we are going to discuss the next module. Though there also this is very important. Split is very important. Whenever we need, we can break the data into pieces. We can break the data into, I mean, not the data label. Okay, so we can break the data label into pieces. For example, if you see here, a second class is there. This is a data label. I mean, data lopala unna oka oka content. Data label means data lopala unna oka content, which you can see here. So if I split the data, if I split this one, what happens? So let's say second will come here and the class will come here. Okay, so second will be one part and the class will be one part. Okay, defaultly wherever there is a one space, wherever there is a space, there it will be dividing a single word. For example, if I pick any name, for example, if I pick the name called Sai, let's say Sai Praveen. Imagine this is the name. So this name will be divided into two different pieces, two different columns. One column is Sai and another column is Praveen. So wherever there is a tab space there, the data is going to break. It is going to completely divide. Very, very simple. So now what we are going to do is, let's say I'm going to click on that particular column. Okay. I'm just going to click on that particular column. So once if I click on that particular column, I'm going to use this downward arrow. I'm just going to use this downward arrow. So once I use this downward arrow, you can see here a split option. Okay, you can see there is an option called split option. If I directly click on the split option, see, if I directly click on the split, I hope you can see somewhere if I'm not wrong. Mm, can you see here, guys? Can you see? So second, if you pick here, if you just have a look, the name is second class, right? The name is what? Second class standard class like this. Second class standard class like this. So here also second class standard class, two different columns. For the first word it is in the first column. For the second word it is, for the second word it is in the second column. Okay, first word first column and second word second column. Okay, second word second column. So this is how the data is working. And some people will be having the curiosity. Let's say I will get back, I will just go back, so to the previous position how the data is. So use this button for the backward step, use the backward arrow for the backward step. Okay, now if you see here, now if you see, ship mode is there, no? Now ship mode is there, no? It is like that only because you have undo the operation. Whatever the operation that you have done, you just came back. మీరు ఏదైతే ఆపరేషన్ చేశారో మళ్ళీ మీరు వెనక్కి వచ్చేసారు కాబట్టి ఈ కాలం లో నుంచి మనకి క్రియేట్ అయిన, వేర్ ఇస్ దట్ వన్, సారీ ఫర్ దాట్, ఇది కాదు, ఎస్, ఈ కాలంలో నుంచి క్రియేట్ అయిన టూ కాలమ్స్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి కూడా వెళ్ళిపోతాయి బికాస్ యు ఆర్ కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ వన్ స్టెప్. Okay, so defaultly defaultly it is going to divide wherever there is a space, wherever there is a space, defaultly it is going to divide, but there will be some possibilities. For example, if I target the order date column, for example, if I target the order date column, so in the order date column you see how it is, you see how it is 0911, so 2013, 0911 2013. So how can I divide into this? So 09 is one part, 11 is one part, 2013 is one part. But what I told you guys, defaultly split option, defaultly split option will work on the space. Yes or no? Wherever there is a space, there only it will divide defaultly. But now where I want to break them into pieces, now where I want to break them into pieces, I want to break them into pieces that wherever there is a hyphen. Okay, so now this is a customized option. So default గా అదైతే స్పేస్ దగ్గరే చేస్తుంది. So for our requirement purpose, we need to divide the data. So for our convenience purpose, we just need to divide the data into pieces wherever there is a hyphen, wherever there is a hyphen. So what we have to do, just click on that order date column or ship date or anything you can select. Okay, click on this downward arrow, you can see here, just give me a minute. Okay, you can see here, where is that from? Okay, okay, where is the ship mode? It's a date column, right? We can add the hyphens if possible. Just give me a minute. copy values, create means LODs, groups not there. Describe means you're going to lot of options will be not available in the Tableau public. Okay, let's first select this one, click on it. So custom script options are there here, but we need the custom here, no? So we'll do one thing. So first of all, what I will do is I'm going here, and if possible, let me change. First, let's try to change the data type. So it is in the date option now. So is first I will try to change it to the string format if possible. And now if there is any possibility, see split is there. So in the date object, if the column is representing, if it is treating like a date only, it is not possible to split in the table. So what I have done, I have converted the data type, which means from the date I converted to ABCs. I mean బ్యాకెండ్ లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే బ్యాకెండ్ లో డేట్ అండ్ డేట్ గా టెక్స్ట్ గా తీసుకుంటాయి. సో నేను ఇప్పుడు ఏమంటున్నాను, చూడడానికి డేట్ లాగానే కనపడాలి కానీ బ్యాకెండ్ లో టెక్స్ట్ లాగా ఉండాలి అని చేంజెస్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ ఇట్, ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ చేంజింగ్ టు ద date or date time or anything whatever you want. Now I'm going to click on the string means nothing but characters, which means alphabets, I mean text data. So now see, I'm going to click on this downward arrow. Now you can see split option is there. Just now I told you, like if you use the split option, if you just use the split option defaultly wherever there is a space, defaultly wherever there is a space, there the data is going to divide. Okay, just click on this, click on the split. Three new columns will be created, and 12 or 10 is in one column, 12 is in one column, 2014 will be in one column. Okay, see, 10 is in one column, 12 is in one column, 2014 is also in one column. So to get back to the original position, I'm going to click on the backward arrow. If I click on the backward arrow, automatically it is going to get back to the original position. Now I'm going to click on that particular column. Sir, I don't want to divide wherever there is a space. If there is any possibility, like defaultly it will divide in the spaces. If you want directly, you can give the, because it is a string, you have changed the data type now. That's why it is dividing. Or else what you have to do is in any other programming language or in the Power BI, you just need to click on the custom split. So you want to divide the data wherever there is a hyphen, wherever there is a hyphen. Okay, so like see, there is options here first, which means if I click on OK, first, only first option is there. Now if you go to the end, first one will be separated. See, first one will be separated, which means you have 10, 12, 20, 14 here. You have 10, 12, 20, 14. So only first you have selected. So 10 will be targeted. So 10 will be targeted. No, sir, I want the last one. So click on it, go to the custom split. Wherever there is a hyphen, wherever there is a hyphen, I want to do it. But at the last click on OK. Now last means what you see? Just go to the column, see last point, which means the year is going to separate. Last one, which is the years are going to separate. So let's say all these things I don't need. I want to divide wherever there is a hyphen. So two hyphens are there. Let's say for example, if I take this one, 10, 12, 2014, 10, 12, 2014. So 10 separate, 12 separate, 2014 separate. Okay. Now if I pick this one, 14 separate, 11 separate, 2014 separate, because two hyphens are there. So wherever there is a hyphen, I want to break them. That possibility is also there. Click on this downward arrow, click on the custom split, give the hyphen symbol, click on the downward arrow, select all, click on OK. I'm going to select all option. Now if I go to the end, you can see the date, the month and the year. The date, the month and the year. So this is what the column formatting. Column formatting, like if you need any changes in the columns, if you want to rename the column, okay, if you want to sort the data, I already told you in the starting class only how to sort the data, and how if you want to do any changes in the column perspective, if you want to split the data into pieces, okay, all these operations will be coming under the name column formatting. Okay, guys, following me, all of you? All of you
Yes, Kamal.
following?
Yes, Kamal, where
Yes.
we need use the splitting option means it is frequently or rarely like.
మరి చెప్పండి సతీష్ ఒకసారి.
అదే ఎక్కడ వాడతాం మేము స్ప్లిట్టింగ్ ఆప్షన్ వేర్ వి నీడ్.
Splitting means, let's say, for example, where we do is, if we have a very big, let's say, ఒక చాలా పెద్ద టెక్స్ట్ ఉంది. లెట్స్ సే కొన్నిసార్లు డేటా ఎలా వస్తుంది, సపరేట్గా రాకుండా కంట్రీ నేమ్ కానీ, స్టేట్స్ కానీ, సిటీస్ కానీ అన్నీ ఒకటేసారి వచ్చేస్తాయి. యు గాట్ మై పాయింట్. ఒకటే దాంట్లో రాసి ఇచ్చేస్తారు కామా పెట్టి.
అవునవును, అడ్రస్ ఫుల్
ఒక కామా పెట్టి ఇచ్చేస్తారు. అప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, కస్టమ్ స్ప్లిట్ కొట్టేసి ఎక్కడైతే కామా ఉందో స్ప్లిట్ చేయమని చెప్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఎవ్రీథింగ్ స్ప్లిట్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకే, సో
ఓకే ఓకే
మనం రీనేమ్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు ఇంకా కాలం నేమ్స్, సిటీ ఏంటి, స్టేట్ ఏంటి అని.
ఓకే అనుష్.
ఓకే, so this is how the column formatting will be working. Let's say there is another option, I just want to tell you, which is this one. What is the next one? Hierarchical concepts. Did we completed this one, guys? Hierarchical concepts, drill down and hierarchical concepts, drill
No,
down.
Kamal. No, no. Drill
Okay,
down, drill.
drill down, and we call them as drill down and a hierarchical concept. Both comes under the similar way. So let me go to the sheet here. For example, let me go to the sheet here. We already knew what is the meaning of hierarchical. Let's say, if you remember, I am passing the order date column in the x-axis. Sorry, order date column is there, no? So let's just come back, just one step come back. I just want to change this data type, because just now I converted. Now I just want to change the data type. Okay, because to the original position. Okay, let me go here. So I will write here very clearly. You just follow the instructions. Order date column is there now. So I'm going to take the order date column and I'm going to keep in the x-axis, and the sales I am going to keep in the y-axis, which means rows. Okay, now we already know. Let's say, for example, if I go to the show me option, I can select the visualizations, the line charts or area charts, whatever it might be. And if you remember, I am using this plus option. I am using this plus option automatically. So from the year, it is changing to the month. I mean quarter, then month, then week, then the day. Okay, like this it is changing. No, that is hierarchical. Hierarchical means it's like a building the tree. For example, first year, inside the year quarter, inside the quarter month, in the month week, in the week or the day. Okay, so like this the hierarchical will be built. Like this the hierarchy will be built. Okay, so for example, let's say I'm going to click on the plus option. See, from the year automatically it changes to the quarter, from the quarter it changes to the month, and from the month it is changing to the, from the month it is changing to the week. No sir, I want to get back to the month, means use the backward arrow, automatically it changes to the month. So this is what hierarchy. So for defaultly Tableau will create, defaultly Tableau will create for date related columns only. Okay, remember my point. Hierarchy will be created only for the date related columns defaultly. If you want to create manually, then you need to create from your end. Let's say, for example, from our end, how can I create the data? Let's say, first of all, what I will do is, guys, I will take the category column. I will take the category column. So where I'm having the furniture, I'm having the office supplies, and I'm having the technology. And also I'm going to take the subcategory column. Okay. So category column and subcategory column. So I am taking the category column and I am taking the subcategory column, and I am going to take the sale. I'm going to take the sale and I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to take the sale and I'm going to keep it in the text. So the text will come here. Okay. So normally you can add anything. Let's say for example, Kamal, I want to add the region. You go and add the region here. Okay. See, first category, which means in the category means we have furniture, we have office supplies, and we have technology, right? We have different things. In the category, how many regions are there? We have east region, central region, south region, and the west region. In that region, in every region, what are the products? In the central region, the products how they are behaving, and in the east region how they are, in the south region and how they are, and in the west region how they are. All these four products comes under the furniture category. So this is how you are giving manually. So same thing, can't we create the hierarchy for this data? Can't we create the hierarchy for this data? Yes, we can create it. Okay, I'm just going to remove this all. I'm just going to remove this. Okay, now how to create the hierarchy? Hierarchy means just now I told a connection. Use the plus button, creating the plus, so that if you use the plus automatically, the expansions will be happen. Okay, that is what the hierarchy means. So which columns you are targeting, that you need to be very focused. So which columns you are targeting, those columns you need to be very focused. Let's say I'm going to take the category column. Let's say I'm going to take the subcategory column, and also let's take the region column, and also let's take the sales. Normally we can pass it, but we can pass it in the y-axis or some other way. But we need to make the connection. We want to connect and make them into one tree. So how I just want to make one tree? I will create the plus option. Okay, plus option. So first I will show the category, and if anybody click on the plus, automatically inside the category I will keep the region, and inside the region I will keep the subcategory. Okay, so the connection I will make the connection. If there is any possibility like that, yes, there is of course the possibility. Of course there will be the possibility that we will be doing it. So let's say category, subcategory, and the region. So these three. So what I'm going to do is, first I will do one thing. I will click on the category column which I'm targeting. The targeted ones only you need to keep in mind. Okay. So targeted ones are category, region, subcategory. No. So I'm clicking on the category. So once I click on the category, I'm clicking on this downward arrow. I'm clicking on this downward arrow. You can see hierarchical option, create hierarchy. Okay. Two different things will be there or to do it. Okay. I will do it here. Click on the hierarchy, create hierarchy. So give some name. What I'm going to do is custom. ఓకే, డిఫాల్ట్ అంటే టూల్ డెవలప్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చింది. కస్టమ్ అంటే మన ఓన్గా మనం చేసుకున్నది. సో డిఫాల్ట్ మీన్స్ విచ్ వాస్ ఆల్రెడీ గివెన్ బై ద కమ్యూనిటీ హూ డెవలప్ ద టూల్. Custom means which we are doing for our sake. So what I'm going to do is custom connections. I'll give some name, custom connection. Okay, see, if you see here, the name is the custom connection. If you see, the name is the custom connection. And drill down, what is the meaning of drill down? See, this expansion is there, no? This expansion is known as a drill down. ఇలా ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసి లోపల ఏదైనా ఉంది అంటే దాన్ని drill down అంటారు. Okay, so you can see here, if I show like this, see, you can't see the category column now. You can't see the category column now. Why? Because category column present inside the drill down. It is present inside the hierarchy. Now if I click on it, see, category column is there. Sir, only category column is there. Only category column is there. Now I want to add the region. Click on the region, click on this downward arrow, click on the region, click on the downward arrow, go to hierarchy, add hierarchy. See, click on the hierarchy, add hierarchy to the custom connection, which means the existing one which I created. Okay, see, the region will be added there. And also, if you want, click the subcategory, hierarchy, add hierarchy to the custom connections. So three things where I added to the hierarchy. So what I have done? So very simply, I have created a name. I have created the name like a custom connection. And inside that particular name, what I am keeping, I am keeping first I am keeping category, then I am keeping region, then I am keeping subcategory, then I am keeping subcategory. Now you can make the you can just, if you use this one automatically, you can use inside 3. So this is the hierarchy which I built. See, if I close it, this is the hierarchy, custom hierarchy. Now I will drag this one. See, I will drag this one and I'm going to keep in the x-axis. You can see hierarchy because first one is hierarchy. No, you can see hierarchy, and I am going to keep their sales. I'm going to keep their sales. So from category, see, if I use the plus button, it will shift to the region. Or else you want in a single view, you want in a single view, you can select the single views here. I mean, scattered content or anything. Okay. So from the category, I am shifting to the region. So from the region, I will shift to the subcategory. Okay. These possibilities is also there. No, sir, I want to get back. Click on it, I will get back. Click on the minus, it will come to plus. I mean, it will congest. So you can expand or you can get back. So this is how the hierarchies drill down and hierarchies will be built. So normal also, instead of using the option, normally also you can do it. So for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these things. Let's say, let me remove the sale and let me remove the category. So let's say, for example, here how you have created the hierarchy. You have created the hierarchy. You have created the hierarchy with the help of completely tool. So you, for example, I'm going to remove the hierarchy. I will remove the hierarchy. So those things is, came outside. Category came outside, region came outside, subcategory also normally came outside. So now what I am doing here is, now what I am telling is, you created it with the help of tool. You created it with the help of tool, which means you select whatever the columns that you are targeting, category, region and subcategory. What columns that you are targeting, you are clicking on the column, and you are going to here, and you are creating a hierarchy, and you are adding the things which is near to that, which you want to add to the place, you are adding it. So manual way, is it possible to do it manually without using the I mean completely tool options? Manually, is it possible? Yes, manually also it is possible, guys. Now you can see here region column is there. No, I'm going to take the region column and I'm going to keep here in the, see, see what I'm doing. Manually, I will take the region to the top. I will keep here in the category. Automatically pop-up will come, and you see here general hierarchy. I'm creating the name called general hierarchy. Clicking on OK. See, a name will be created, general hierarchy. Category and the region are coming here. Now, if I want the subcategory also, I will take the subcategory manually and I'm going to keep it them. I'm going to keep them here. See, automatically three things has been added. And for example, see, I'm going to drill down, this drill down option is there. No, I'm going to keep it here and I'm going to keep the sales. Now you see, if you use the plus, automatically the information will be coming. Automatically the informations will be coming. The point here is there any possibility? Is there any possibility that changing the inner content? Sir, first category is coming, then region is coming, then subcategory is coming. Can we make the sub can we make the region in the first position? I mean, can we do the change? Yes, we can do the change. I'm going to click on the region. I'm going to make in the first position. Category comes second. Now, if I pass the hierarchy and if I pass the sale, you see here first region, then the category, then the subcategory. So however you want, you can design the hierarchy, custom hierarchy, and you can express the data if you need. So defaultly, it will only generate for the date related columns. Defaultly, it will only possible for the date related columns. Guys, understood all of you? Following me?
Yes, come.
Yes.
So let's say, for example, okay. Normally conditional formatting, okay, and also drill down and hide. Drill down is nothing but I don't know. Just click on the expand, automatically it will expand. So grouping the data, grouping the data is not a very big deal. Grouping the data means generally, let's say there are 10 people, 10 employees are there. So 10 employees, they want to compare their position related to the salary with each other, which each other. This listen my words very carefully. There are 10 people, total 10 people, 10 employees are there. Each employee want to compare their salary with other people. So నార్మల్గా ఎలా చేస్తారు, వాళ్ళ శాలరీని పక్కన వాళ్ళతో కంపేర్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, సో లెట్స్ సే if there are both friends, like if any two people are friends, means what they will do, so both the friends will add their both salary and they will compare with the remaining 8, yes or no? So if there are 10 people, very simple logic, grouping the data is very simple. If you want to group the data, you can group the data also. So let's say if there are 10 or let's say 5 employees, if there are 5 employees, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, employee 5, okay, employee 1 is getting 100 or 200 rupees salary, 110 salary, 120 salary, and 80 salary, for example. So this is employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, employee 5, for example. Okay, now everyone want to compare this person, this person, this person, this one, and this one. Everyone want to compare their salary with other people, with other people. So what employee 1 will do, he will compare the salary with employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, and employee 5. And employee 2 also will compare with employee 1, employee 3, employee 4, and employee 5. Like that everyone will compare their salary with other people. Okay, they will compare their salary with other people. In the same way, what I'm trying to say is, in the same way, what I'm trying to say is, imagine this both the people are friends. For example, they want to dominate the remaining 3. They want to dominate these 3. Employee 1 and employee 2 are friends. So what they will do? They come under one group. Okay, they come under one area because they both are friends now. Employee 1 plus employee 2, how much guys total? Total how much? 300. So now these people will compare with this one, this one, and this one. So this is what grouping. Grouping means whatever that you are targeting, whatever you are targeting, that you will be, what you do is generally, whatever you are targeting, you make them into group and you compare with the remaining things. You compare with the remaining. మనం ఏదైతే group, for example, India, for example, let's say Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and for example Kerala. 5 states I'm collecting. Okay, I'm collecting the 5 states. In these 5 states, I want to compare Telangana and Tamil Nadu. I'm joining these two. Okay, I'm joining the Telangana and Tamil Nadu, and I'm comparing with the remaining 3, Andhra, Karnataka, and also Kerala. Okay, grouping. సో మీరు ఏదైతే గ్రూప్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారో, మీరు ఏదైనా టార్గెట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారో, సో వాటిని జాయిన్ చేసి మిగతా వాటితో కంపేర్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, సో లిసన్ వన్ థింగ్ వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు డూ ఇట్, okay, if you want to group the data, if you want any requirement, then you can do the grouping. Sir, I don't want to compare, I want to compare each state with other states. Okay, I want to compare. That's what mother I'm saying. మీకు ఒకవేళ ఎవరితోనైనా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తెలంగాణ స్టేట్లో కొంత రెవెన్యూ జనరేట్ అవుతుంది, తమిళనాడులో జనరేట్ అవుతుంది, కర్ణాటకలో అవుతుంది, ఆంధ్రాలో అవుతుంది, అండ్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే కేరళలో అవుతుంది. మీరేం చేస్తారు, నార్మల్గా 99% ఆఫ్ ద ఛాన్స్ యూ విల్ కంపేర్ ద స్టేట్ విత్ ద స్టేటస్ ఆర్ నో. మీరు ఒక స్టేట్ని ఇంకో స్టేట్తోనే కంపేర్ చేస్తారు జనరల్గా. ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఈస్ ఎనీ రిక్వైర్మెంట్, ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఈస్ ఎనీ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అండ్ ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఈస్ ఎనీ పాసిబిలిటీ, మీకు ఒకవేళ కంపేర్ చేయాలని మీరు అనుకుంటే, then what you can do is, if there is if you want to compare 2 states with the remaining 3 states, means you can add these 2 states, Telangana and Tamil Nadu, you will add it, and you will compare with the remaining three. Okay, it's completely the custom perspective. Like if you are using the tool, no, if you want to join, you can join. If you want to make them into group, you can make them into group. If you don't want, there is no need. Guys, concept understood, no? First of all, you understood the concept, no? Where we will use this thing normally, where we will use this concept. For example, mostly in the data, whatever the data that we collected, in this data also we can get lot of information regarding the grouping. For example, you see here, for example, I'm going to take the new sheet. I'm going to take the new sheet. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to take the segment. Okay, I'm going to take the segment and I'm going to take the sales like consumers how much, corporates how much, and home offices how much. Consumers, corporates, and home office how much. Okay, now what I want to do is, now what I want to do is this home offices, this home offices and corporate people, this both I'm joining, this both I'm joining and I'm comparing with the consumer. Okay, so in one state, rich people, poor people, middle class people. Okay, so the poor people and middle class people, I am joining them and I'm comparing with the rich people. Okay, whether they can dominate the rich people or not, they can do the more sales when compared to the rich people or not. Okay, so this kind of scenario, if you want to group them and if you want to compare, you can definitely do it. So for that purpose, what I'm going to do is, for that purpose, I will take the subcategory and I'm going to take the sales. Okay, I'm going to take the subcategory and I'm going to take the sales. If possible, I will take it in reverse order. It will be very best. Okay. Now I think you know already the sales values how to keep. If I drag the sale and if I keep it here, we can get the sale value. Okay. Green colors. Green color will come. Okay. Now you see here. Normally, if you see the grouping data, normally if you go with the grouping data, you will be having normal way of grouping. First we'll see like normal way of grouping. So normal way of grouping means what? Okay, normal way of grouping means what? So go here manually without using any options, anything. Normally you are doing. So normal way of doing means what you do is whatever the products that you want to select, you select and make them into one group and compare with the other one, compare with the others. Let's say, of course, I will try to think. See, already mobile phones is the first one, chairs is the second one. Now, what I will try to do is third and fourth one. I will pick the third and fourth one. At least if I add the third and fourth one, see, if I take the storage and if I take the table. So see, there are four players are there. Four players. First player, second player is there. Okay, fix first and second are top areas. No. So the third and fourth player, what I'm doing, third and fourth I'm adding, and I'm trying to check whether they can, after adding the third and fourth also, is there any possibility that they are going to overtake the first one or not? Okay, that possibility. Okay, is there any possibility? Let me check. So third and fourth I'm selecting, and if I right click on it, guys, if I just right click on it, or else see here, I'm going to select the storage, use the control button and select the table. Now you see here, can you see here, guys, there is an option called group members. This is for the set which we discussed yesterday. This is ascending order, descending orders, include, exclude. Okay, this also view data, like whatever the selected storage and tables are there. No, if you just use the last one, click on it. If you just click on it, if you go here, you see storage and table data. The data which is coming big on top of that bar, the data which is reason to get this bar, that data will be showing storage rows and the table rows. Storage data and the table data will be showing here. So my point is, I don't need include or exclude. I just want to group them. So click on it, group members. If I click on it, see, if I click on it, what happens? Subcategory group. You can rename if you need. Click on the downward arrow. You can rename the group That's possibility is there, but normally a defaultly subcategory group, one group I created. What is the group? Tell me. This is the group. This is the created group. See, tables and chairs. Now, if I add this both, I'm getting a bigger value. So bigger value. Now I will maintain the data in the descending order. I will maintain the data in the descending order. Now, if you see, if I add the third and fourth one, they're coming the first, and remaining thing mobile phone shares coming to the second and third positions. So you can group the data, you can group the data, and you can do those possibilities. You can do those possibilities. Guys, understood how the grouping will be done? How the grouping will be done? Normal. This is normal way of doing the group. Just selecting and clicking on the group will be done, and you can compare them with the remaining things. Okay, let's say for example, this is normal way of doing. So now, irrespective of this, is there any tool using content? Let's say if you see here, window grouping means how can we use the tool? So can we use the tool and can we do the grouping? Is that possibility is there? Yes, those possibilities are also there here. So I'm going to the Tableau. First of all, I will delete the group here, whatever the group that I created now. I will delete the group. Okay, I will just delete the group. So now what I'm going to do is subcategory column is there now. Down click on the subcategory column. You go to the create option. You go to the create option. If I go to the create option, you see set means yesterday we discussed. Parameters means I told you in the filter options. Top, if we go to the top in the starting of this section also I told you. Parameter set. Group is there, no? Group. See, I'm selecting the subcategory column, going to the create group. Click on the group. If I click on the group, you can give the group name whatever you want. You can click on the group. So what I'm going to do is interested, interested, interested products. Okay, interested products. I'm giving the name, some name, whatever the name that you want, you can give. So now you select whatever you want manually. You select whatever you want manually. I want to select supplies and I want to select the labels and envelopes. These three I want to make them into one area. These three I want to make them into one group. Okay, so I'm selecting them. You can see here a group option. You can click on the group. See, you can click on the group. So if you want, you can give the perfect name for them also, group name. Okay, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do is, normally some name you give. Low level products. Okay, I'm giving low level products, the name, some name I'm giving. Okay, name I'm giving. Okay, so now see, you are giving the name. Okay, fine. You are giving the name, low level products, where you're having envelope, labels, and supplies. So, envelopes, labels, and supplies you're doing. I mean, you are doing into the group. Now, after doing the group also, the power of this Tableau tool, after doing into the group, again, before going to come back, if you want to add any other one into the group, for example, sir, I want to add this furnishings. I just forgot it to add into the group. So this is one group. Okay, this is the name of the group and envelopes, labels and supplies are there. సో దీంట్లో ఆల్రెడీ త్రీ ఉన్నాయి, మనం త్రీ మనం గ్రూప్ చేసుకున్నాము. సో ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు మేక్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ టు ద గ్రూప్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు మేక్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ టు ద గ్రూప్, సెలెక్ట్ ద వన్. సో ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఫర్నిషింగ్ చేసుకోవాలనిపించింది, మళ్ళీ ఆ గ్రూప్లోకి ఈ ఫర్నిషింగ్ని కూడా తీసుకెళ్దాం అనుకున్నాను. I want to take the furnishing into the group again. Already three is there, but I want to add this fourth one, which is furnishings. So I'm going to select that furnishings, go to the downward arrow. See, I'm adding the furnishings to the low level products group. See, it is adding. Click on apply, click on OK. See, you can see the name or the group name. And if I just, what I'm going to do is, see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sales here. I'm going to take the sales and I'm going to take the interested product, this group here. So now if you see, I'm going to make them into descending order and I'm going to repress. I'm just going to show the data here very clearly. Now if you see here, there is a bar which is coming for me. There is a bar which is coming for me. See, there is a bar, low level products. So this bar is the combination of furnishing, labels and the remaining two which we have done. So see, click on hit. For example, you click on that particular bar. After clicking on that particular bar, you can use this view data option. If you click on the view data option, again a pop-up will come. You can just click on the full data. If you just click on the full data, what are the labels that is responsible and the rows which are responsible to get the group and the bar is clearly mentioned here, very clearly. How many rows and how many fields are there, very clearly. Guys, understood how can you group here, man, using the tool also? Guys, all clear? Okay. So this is using the Windows option. Like normally you can do it or you can use the complete tool. You can use the complete tool and you can do it. Hierarchical groupings also you can do it. Okay. Hierarchical groupings also you can do it. There, those possibilities are there. Yes, Madan, it's just adding and comparing. Let's say, for example, మీ దగ్గర 100 రూపీస్ ఉన్నాయి, నా దగ్గర 50 ఉన్నాయి. సో నేను నా పక్కన నా ఫ్రెండ్ ఉన్నాడు. ఓకే, సో నా ఫ్రెండ్ దగ్గర 60 ఉన్నాయి. సో తను నా ఫ్రెండ్ కాబట్టి తన దగ్గర ఉన్న మనీ నా దగ్గర ఉన్న మనీ కలుపుతాను. అప్పుడు ఎంత అవుతాయి? 110. సో ఇప్పుడు నా దగ్గర ఎంత ఉన్నట్టు? 110. సో మీ దగ్గర ఎంత ఉంటే 100. సో ఇలా ఈ కంపారిజన్ కోసం మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? గ్రూపింగ్. సో గ్రూప్ ద డేటా అండ్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ద మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. సెలెక్టెడ్ వన్స్, మీరు ఎక్కడైతే సెలెక్ట్ చేసి టార్గెట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారో అప్పుడు మాత్రమే గ్రూపింగ్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. అన్వాంటెడ్గా గ్రూపింగ్ యూజ్ చేసి కంపేర్ చేయడం వల్ల మనకి ఎటువంటి యూజ్ ఉండదు. లెట్స్ సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, every state will be having their own, every state will be having some unique kind of people, so they will be having their own way of living. So states అన్నిటిని కంపేర్ చేస్తాను. సౌత్, లెట్స్ సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, you can add all the south states and you can compare with the all the north states. How the south states, for example, let's say if India is there, I will give you best example. If India is there, let's say India. So in India, how we will do, if anyone is doing the business, what they will do, they will compare all the profits which happened in the south and they will compare how it is happening in the north. Yes or no? How it is happening in the north. So ఇక్కడ మీరు గ్రూప్ చేస్తున్నారా లేదా? Tell me. I hope you are doing the group only, right? All of you. So all the south states you are grouping and all the north states you are grouping and you are comparing who is doing the best. Who is doing the best. So ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ కంపారిజన్స్ కి మనం గ్రూపింగ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో హైరారికల్, you can do the hierarchical also. So very simple, like hierarchical grouping also you can do it. So what you do is, let's say hierarchical grouping, what you do is create the hierarchy first of all. Okay, so what you have to do is very simple. Let's say first, as we have done just now, first what I'm going to do is I will take the category, or else let's do only region, for example. Okay, category we will do and subcategory, and with this two we'll create a hierarchy first of all. I'm clicking on the category, I'm going to the hierarchy option, create hierarchy. I'm going to create what I'm going to create, hierarchy grp, which means group. I'm creating like hierarchy group. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm already having the category column. I'm also adding the subcategory there. So now two things are there. Okay, Now in this hierarchy, how many are there? If you see here, in this drop down, if I see, I'm going to have category and subcategory. Okay. Now in this subcategory also, interested products, which means this subcategory is there, no? You can remove the subcategory here. You just remove the subcategory here. Okay, you just remove the subcategory here, and you take this one interested products and keep in the hierarchy. Now see, in the hierarchy, category is there, and interested products. Just previously we have done here, if you remember, if I remember, I created 3 to 4 into one group. That one I'm keeping here. Now, if I just drop or drag it and creeping here, first category and their sales are coming. So first category and their sales are coming. Furniture, office supplies and technology. How many sales are there? If I just click on the plus option, see what it is telling here if you see. So in the furniture, bookcases, chairs and low level products, like whatever the group that you selected, in that particular group, whatever the labels that comes under the furniture, so those you are comparing with the remaining things. Here also you see, low level products for the office supplies. What are the products that comes for this in the in this category, in this office supplies, that I am comparing with the remaining thing. And even you can do it with the color combinations also. Let's say I'm going to take the cell and keep it in the color, a very beautiful color also you can get. Use the downward arrow, edit color, the best color views also you can give. Okay, see the best color combinations also you can give. So very simple. సో ఇప్పుడు మీకు వచ్చిన కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వస్తుంది ఏంటి అంటే, సార్ మనం అన్ని గ్రూప్ చేసాం కదా అని, గ్రూప్ చేసి 4 లేబుల్స్ అన్ని గ్రూప్లో పెట్టాం కదా అని. ఫర్నిచర్లో మనకున్నవి 4 లేబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ 4 లేబుల్స్లో ఒక లేబుల్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా, ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా ఫర్నిచర్లో మనం గ్రూప్ చేసినంత మాత్రాన గ్రూప్లో అన్నీ వచ్చి ఇక్కడ ఫర్నిచర్తో కంపేర్ చేయవు. ఓకే, ఫర్నిచర్ కింద ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఆ గ్రూప్లో ఉన్న అదొకటే వస్తుంది. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఆఫీస్ సప్లైలో కూడా ఆ గ్రూప్ కింద ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఆ గ్రూప్లో నుంచి అదొకటే వచ్చి కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది. సో హైరారికల్ వల్ల ఎటువంటి యూజ్ ఉండదు, ఎందుకంటే ఇండైరెక్ట్గా మనం ఒకదాన్ని పిక్ చేసుకొని అదొకటే వచ్చి చెక్ చేసుకుంటుంది కాబట్టి. సో దీనివల్ల మనకి ఎటువంటి యూజ్ అయితే జనరేట్ అవ్వదు. ఓకే, సో ద బెస్ట్ వే ఈస్ window grouping or normal grouping. So select the things what you need and compare with the remaining things. If you go with the hierarchical grouping, so మీరు hierarchical grouping చేసుకున్న నార్మల్గా వేసుకున్న మోస్ట్లీ సేమ్. వై? బికాస్ ఆ గ్రూప్లో ఆ ఫర్నిచర్లో అక్కడ ఏ లేబుల్ అయితే వస్తుందో ఆ లేబుల్తోనే చెక్ చేస్తున్నాం తప్ప ఆ గ్రూప్ మొత్తంతో కాదు, ఆ గ్రూప్ మొత్తం యొక్క సమ్తో కాదు. ఓకే, సో there is no use in the hierarchical grouping, but you can create the hierarchical grouping if possible. Okay, I mean the possibility ఉంటుంది, అందుకే చెప్పాను. And if you see the EDA grouping is very simple guys. For example, let's say go to here, create a sheet. EDA grouping, I mean exploratory data analysis grouping. Exploratory data analysis grouping, which means what? Let's say I'm going to do one thing. In the x-axis I'm going to take the sale, in the y-axis I'm going to take the profit. I will get the dot here. Okay, sale and the profit, sum of the sale and sum of the profit, I'm going to get the dot here. Okay, and I'm going to take the subcategory and I'm going to keep it in the detail. So see, every product, how many sales and how many profits are happening, I'm getting a clear idea now. I'm getting a very, very detailed information, and I will change the color also if needed. I will take the subcategories and I will keep it in the label. Okay, see. So see, if you see here, every product, how many sales and how many profits are coming, I'm getting very, very clearly. Sir, I want to group them in, I want to group few things into one part. So which ones you want to make them into group? So I'm selecting this 4. I'm selecting the 4 and I'm going to get the pop-up. You see here, group. So they become one group, see? So these four blue color things which I selected, they comes under one group, and remaining will be in one group. Remaining will be, this is like almost in or out. Okay, మీరు సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకునే అని ఒకవైపు, మిగతా అని ఒకవైపు. సో కానీ ఇక్కడ మీకు కంపారిజన్, ఇఫ్ యూ జస్ట్ సీ హియర్ what is happening, the subcategory group, if you see the group, all the groups which you added, accessories, builders, coppers and storage, so four groups కలిపి 55,000, and if you come here 41 ఇండివిజువల్ గానే చూపిస్తుంది మీకు, సో సమ్ చేసి చూపించదు. ఓకే, సో manual way of doing, I mean this selecting the EDA visualization, EDA grouping and hierarchical grouping, so those things won't give you any information. So if you see, మీరు సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకునే ఒకవైపు ఉంటున్నాయి, సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఒకవైపు ఉంటున్నాయి, so like an in and out. So here also not more information. So this to keep it as an option, but if you see this too, you can target the data whatever you want, you can join them and you can compare with the remaining things, so that you will be getting more. ఇట్ విల్ యాడ్ మదన్, బేసిక్గా అది యాడ్ అవుతాయి, యాడ్ అవ్వని కాదు, కానీ మీరు హైరారికల్ ఇచ్చి ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసినప్పుడు, లెట్స్ సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ గో హియర్, ఇఫ్ యూ కమ్ బ్యాక్, ఇక్కడ యాడ్ అయ్యే ఉంటాయి, ఇక్కడ మనకి యాడ్ అయ్యే ఉంటాయి ఈ స్టేజ్లో. ఇక్కడ మనం ఒకసారి ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ పెట్టిన తర్వాత ఏం జరిగిద్ది, మీరు క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్న గ్రూప్లో లేబుల్స్ ఉంది, ఫర్నిషింగ్ ఉంది, సో టేబుల్ ఉంది, ఇలా ఉంటాయి కదా, దాంట్లో ఏది ఫర్నిచర్ కిందకు వస్తుందో అదొక్కటే ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది, ఏ గ్రూప్కి సంబంధించి అది సపరేట్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. సో నా పాయింట్ ఏంటి అంటే, ఇలా వచ్చే బదులు నార్మల్గా మీరు చేసుకున్నా కానీ ఆ సమ్ ఇంకొకటితో కంపేర్ అయిపోతుంది కదా. సో hierarchical grouping or EDA grouping or don't give you any information properly. మీకు ఇవైతే డిజైన్ చేసి ఉంచారు, నేమ్స్ ఇలా ఇచ్చారు కానీ మనకి ఎటువంటి యూజ్ ఉండదు. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ద ఫస్ట్ టూ, యూ క్యాన్ డూ ద మిరాకిల్స్, యూ క్యాన్ కంపేర్ విత్ అదర్ డేటా, సీ హౌ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ దే ఆర్ comparing and how well they are going to get the information. Okay guys, following me now, all of you? Guys, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, come.
Okay, so what we have done today, we have discussed about the column formatting, we discussed about the drill down and hierarchicals and grouping the data. Okay, chalo, so almost time is 8:42. Okay, so tomorrow what we will do is, guys, tomorrow I will take this live and extract, but not with the this one. So this is not possible. I mean, if I first of all I will save this one if possible directly if you go and if it is published. So I will use the Tableau desktop tomorrow for your convenience purpose. I'm going to give here groups. So what I will do is, guys, I will use Tableau desktop to do these operations, live and extract operations. We need to create the manual data, what is the live connections, what is the extract connections, and how many database connections will be there in the Tableau desktop. I will show you. These features won't be available in the public because we are using them for free. List of topics so far covered. Madan, you are asking ఇప్పుడు దాకా చెప్పిన names are topic names. Okay, no problem. Okay, so what we do is, let's say for example, okay, no problem. So tomorrow I will use the Tableau desktop. So tomorrow we'll use the Tableau desktop and we'll make the connection, like how the live connection will be, what is the meaning of extract, so that we will see, and how many database connections will be there. So this also will have a look. Okay,
Okay, come.
and mostly tomorrow only we will cover these things as a list of. Okay, I will give it like, I don't I need to write it all, whatever I covered in a, like in the notepad. So I have the if I have the time today, I will write it and send it to you, Madan. Tomorrow mostly we'll try to cover up few things, like what is the intro part of LODs. So it is like a content completely writing the formulas. So we'll see about that also. so that we can complete the Tableau. So mostly tomorrow we'll done with the Tableau and we can have a doubt clear section perfectly. Then we will go with we'll start Python. Okay guys, see you tomorrow, same time.